Hello everyone, welcome back to my Unreal Engine tutorial series on how to create an open world game. So last time we implemented this team based fighting system where blue team and the team fight each other, and today I'm going to fix couple of problems that I have with this team based fighting system and improve it. So before anything I need to just focus on how these characters behave, so I don't need a player character. So therefore I have changed this game mode from third person game mode to just game mode, so that there will not be any player character. Then I can play the game without the character, like this, so that I can watch them fight like this. Okay, so now they fight, and they are kind of messy. They don't look into any of the particular characters, and they just fight each other without any order, right? And also one more thing, their fighting blend space is not active. Actually I had already implemented a different fighting blend space, but that is for some reason broken, so let's fix that first. Alright, so the first thing is fighting blend space, and this is my BPA human. This is the animation blueprint of this character, and here this is the animation graph, and here I have created two blend spaces as free walk. This is the free walk blend space, and here this is the way this character should walk when there are no any weapons in hand, and this is the armed blend space. So this is the way this character should walk when there is a weapon in hand. But for some reasons, and I'm blending those poses with this armed variable, and I change that armed variable here with the toggle armed event. But then I have to enable or make this one true when I equip a weapon. And where do I equip weapons? It is here, toggle weapon. So right, so this macro is where I equip weapons, and here this weapon number represents if it is 0 there are no weapons, if it is 1 or 2 or some number larger than 0, that means there is a weapon. So therefore I already have a reference to my NMBP here, and actually I am not going to show how did I get that because I have already shown it. Okay, and get the NMBP here and toggle armed, I should call it in this like this. And for the enable, if this weapon number is larger than 0, it should enable it, otherwise it should disable, that means false. Right, let's see if that works. Yeah, I guess that is working. Yeah, that problem is fixed, and the next problem is making them fight in a proper manner without going everywhere like crazy. So I'm going to do that by making these guys look into one character at least for a limited time. So how can we do that? Let's open the AI blueprint which drives these characters. So this is the AI blueprint, and here this is the site. This is the site perception update, and when this guy see any other character who is an enemy, he starts to fight by locking onto that guy like this. Okay, so now this is where I enable fighting, and this interface is calling. Using this interface, I am calling a function or an event that I have defined in my character blueprint, which controls fighting and attacking. And this part executed again and again when my NPC character see another character every time. So if I stop that somehow, then whatever the character this guy is locking into will remain his target for that time after I'm locking into him. Because if I disable the sensors after locking on, then he will not see any other enemies. Right, so let's first define a new event to temporarily disable sensors, and I'd like to do that using the AI PPI AI interface, because so by doing that I can access this weapon from other classes as well. Tem temporarily disable sensors. Right, so I'll use a capital letter here. Actually, should I do it like this, or no? I'll do it like this: toggle sensors, and no, I'll keep the temporarily disable sensors because I am going to stop the sensors only for a limited period of time. Okay, so for the input, I'll give a float time. I'll call it disabled time. So for this duration that I'm defining here, I'll keep the sensors of this AI disabled. Okay, so under the sensing, I'll implement that method sensors. So how do I disable sensors? Let's see. No. I think I have to do a quick Google search to figure out how to disable sensors. Get sen. Nothing. Let me do a quick Google search and come back. Well, there is a function like this, sense set sense enabled. This sense class should be site. I had to do this for both classes, both hearing component, hearing and sight. Set sense enable sense class should be hearing. Okay, and at the first, okay, I'll collapse this. Right, so I should disable this part at the beginning and add a delay of defined amount of time as here, and then re-enable. Duplicate sight and hearing and enable. Okay, so I should use this whenever I lock on and toggle attack mode to true. So here, temporary disable sensors, and I'll enable this for 15 seconds. Well, let's see how this works and let's refine the timing. Alright, now let's see. Okay, now they are not as crazy as they used to be. I see somewhat they are fighting somewhat properly. Right, let's try again. Okay, I think this is good. This looks more like a real fight to me. Since they are blocking, they are not going to die soon. Okay, one more to die. Okay, right. Now there is another problem. Now all of the enemies are dead, but still these guys are attacking. So I should fix that now. So where should that be fixed? I think I should fix it under fight. Where do I toggle attack in? Where is this? toggle attack mode. Let's check that event. Is it under attack? No. Well, let's search. Oh, wait. Alright. I think I have defined that in this 𝐶H_enemy class. Yes, here. Okay. Now here, whenever I do this AI attack, if I check if my target enemy is dead or not, if the target enemy is not dead, then I should perform the attack, only if it is not dead. Right, so this is where I get the enemy. Is it? Yeah, so here I'll do that. Let's take this enemy and is dead. Have I defined is dead event? No. What is this type? Actor. I think I already have is dead event. Right, it is just a normal function. So I should have defined this under the character interface here. So how can I move this into the interface? Well, I don't think I can move it, but let's replace this. No, this is a pure function also, so that means I can't use this in the same way if I move this into the interface. So anyway, let's see what happens if I implement a same method. Well, here for now I'll implement new method is alive, and the output should be a boolean alive. Okay, and now I should get that here. And what is the way I have implemented this one? Right, so I should do the same thing in this is alive method. I'll move that. Okay, if health is, in this case I should check if it is bigger than 0. Right, if it is bigger than 0, this guy is alive. So here I can check is alive like this, and to a branch. Okay, if it is alive I can attack. If it is false, I should stop attacking. So how do I stop attacks? Yeah, I can call the same toggle attacking with a false. mode like this. I hope this would work. I think this would work. Let's see. Well, I'll remove two enemies, one enemy from this side, because in that case fighting would be over soon. Right, now that guy is dead, and yeah, they are not attacking anymore. So now, yeah, so after this I think I should move them back to their normal behavior, because otherwise they will keep looking at this dead character forever. So how do I do that? So that strafing happens in here under the event tick of the enemy character and this fight strafing. So here, this is how I have implemented the strafing, and with the movement input. So here, this part take place only if there is a locked enemy. So whenever I stop attacking, toggle attack mode to stop. If I do this I should have called this lock on with false value. And to be sure, let's check this one. Where is lock on? Right. Okay. And here, here I am setting this locked enemy to whatever this input, and if when this is false, I should check the locked enemy to nothing. And also I think I should check where I get the closest enemy also. Here, I'm getting this is enemy. I check this for is enemy, and here I should also check if for is alive as well, because otherwise I might try to attack a dead enemy. I didn't have any problems like this before, because I or the player was the only one who was in the world and only one enemy character. But now that I have added all other types of character, that I am having these problems. So here I should check alive and enemy. So both these conditions should be true in order to be qualify as an enemy. Okay, so is that all I had to do? I think so. So let's check. Okay, they saw him and started attacking. Right, now he's dead, and this guy is doing some movement and stopped. Okay, so now I think this is okay. So they are not doing any other movements, just looking at that character. So right, so that's all for today, and in the upcoming episodes let's work on something like this. So whenever there are no enemy characters, these NPC characters will perform their normal job. That means it can be some patrolling or some random walking or something like that. and they will keep their sword sheathed, and whenever they see an enemy character they will equip their swords and attack, and after the fighting is done they will again sheath back and return to their duties. Okay, so that's all for today, and updated project files will be, I'll upload them into the Patreon. And right, see you in the next episode. Goodbye.